Hello, I'm Sofia Mendez, and since I was in my mom's belly, I've been drawing, and that's what I've learned since my parents bought my first digital tablets. So let's start! 1. Try to remove the lines as much as possible. For example, the eyes, the hair, the eyelashes or eyebrows. This will make the drawing softer. What I do with the airbrush is that I take the skin color of my character and I pass the eyebrush around the face and I put it in overlap and I lower the intensity because it would be very strong if I did. If you want to do this with lighter hair, you will notice that it doesn't do the same effect. So what I do is that the layer is left normal, not luminosity, not multiply, not screen, nothing. It also works with weird skin colored characters like my leukemia, I love my tsundere girl, or what I do with the eye, that I don't put the line art of the eye and I just put it like you see in the screen. 2. To practice or get a good draft, you can not erase the pencil, and if you don't understand your draft, you can copy it again in another layer till you know exactly what it is happening there. Draw in a short time or draw only with geometry shapes and then join them like you see in the screen. This will help you being more playful when creative the expressiveness of a character. This is very important, and the example that I give is Michelangelo. This man doesn't know how to demonstrate depth and how calm the body is. Fear, slavery, reflection, and muscle tension. I recommend him to investigate and all artists of his type. And I know you've heard it 1,000 times, but the answer to success is to see and copy, to take reference, and not only for real people, because not all drawing style are of that kind. Also from cartoonish that you like, taking reference. Not copy exactly, because if you do, your drawings will not be the essence of what you really do. And approve or not approve your drawings. Give yourself a few minutes to get away from the screen and ask yourself, does the face look good? Does it look natural? Could I do that pose? Is it possible? Which leads me to the following advice. 3. If you don't like your draft, don't continue. I promise you it will be worse. Don't think that the line art will press you more if the draft didn't convince you first. Fix it. Erase. Draw. Line here. Line there. It doesn't matter. Make you like it. Another advice. Free the form is good. For facial expression, I recommend using a mirror. It will be a friend of you. Yes, and don't be shy. 4. No copying, no Ctrl-C and not Ctrl-C in human bodies. I know it's tedious to have to redraw a hand, a feet and an eye, eyebrows, but really, I know the line art is going to look more natural. It is impossible for one part of the body looks exactly like the other. I know it hurts, but I have to do it. You have. There's only one exception, which are the buildings, streetlights, houses, others. 5. This is very obvious, but I'll say it anyway. Divide your draw by layers. Everything between eyelashes, skin, clothes, all in different layers, because when you want to erase and everything is in the same layer, will be a shell. This also helps you color the line art more quickly and easily. So what I recommend is to put all the layers in a folder, and instead of selecting one by one with the preserved opacity, just do it in the folder and that's it. 6. I used to work on 6,000 per 6,000 or 5,000 per 5,000 canvas, and I learned that it's not worth or not necessary, because it can be more difficult to handle and the drawings are not going to be that cool. Personally, now I work with 1000 per 1000 or 2000 per 2000. It makes you work with smaller strokes, which I recommend to be very opaque, because if when you are with the liner can happen this, or when you are coloring can happen this other. Another thing I recommend is that when you are coloring, don't use the bucket. And I know it's tedious, but take the time to paint it by hand. 7. Do not hide hands or feet, as this typical pose of hands behind, or put a lot of clothes. No, please try to make hands. The hands are beautiful and pretty. You just have to practice a little more. This kind of poses that hide any part of the body can become very unnatural. 8. Another thing that I see a lot talking about hands is that the middle fingers are always together and the others are separate. It's something that is anatomically painful, and yes, I know because I tried it and see and feel the suffering. Personally, I don't like it. Just separate them and you'll notice the difference. The next step will be to play with them. One finger down, the other up, and so on. 9. This can happen to you, but I pray you to let it happen. When you have a beautiful drawing, it can be so beautiful. Oh my god, I'm dying. This is so good. And then you reverse it, you see some anomaly, change it. Do something, because any guy can be critical and tell, nah, your draw is so ugly, nah. So show them that you can change it and learn. 10. I also advise to use the speed of the brush from 5 to 7 or more. Remember, that's personal, because that's when there's a mastery of the brush that you're using. If you don't do it, it doesn't get smooth. 11. Male and female anatomy are not the same. Don't kill me for telling the truth. I've drawn a baby boy before and my mom asked, is it a girl? You don't have to get angry, no. I'm not saying that there aren't boys with anatomy similar of a woman or vice versa, but you have to vary the forms. And in particular, I like to have all kinds of characters with their ways of being and seeing. It is also very recurrent that woman artists usually stylize and makes softer figures than men. Obviously, there are some exceptions, but it is usually like that. I include myself. 12. Be very careful with the blushing in your characters. I was a person who made them blush a lot without going through any situation that deserved it. That's why sometimes it has to be null or a little. Depends on your obviously drawing style. 13. I'm also a person who can't go a day without drawing, and sometimes my shoulder, my hand, and my back kills me, and I die. But I live to advise you, as a doctor that I am, get massages, learn to love yourself, keep yourself brave, don't torture yourself. My eyes never got tired, and I've only heard it from my other artist friends, but calm down and health first. 14. Black and white. I don't know if you've noticed, but in my drawings the eyes are not white and my shadows are not black. This is because there's not white as paper in the human body, and unless it is in a cave, in the dark, or at night with zero lights, a shadow cannot be that black. 15. entertainment. If I don't put on music when I'm drawing, I think I'll explode. But spending so many hours drawing gives me the time to listen to new types of music and investigate them while I'm drawing. It's a double win, and I should pay the most attention possible, especially in movies than in series. I recommend Netflix for life, and with the language I recommend 1,000 times to listen to series that are dubbed into a language that you know, because when you are drawing you cannot pay attention to the subtitles. YouTube is also a good company, but I recommend less visual and more auditory, an audiobook, a radio, or a TV program. 16. Don't put arrows or lines for actions, just do them. With the right amount of brackets or the right pose, people will understand what's happening. 17. And the last one. This would be great for the community of artists. If you are in Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, or DeviantArt or any page of that nature, make sure that the person you are giving like, favorite, or share is the one that is doing those drawings. How do you realize? Easy, you go to the official website and go to the gallery, and if you see that their drawings are the same as each other, it's that the artist. And if you see uneven drawings, nope, don't follow, or at least don't like. I follow in Instagram a page like that. Yes, I admit it. Now you can put me in jail, but in my defense, I say that that's an important thing and I don't give like. I promise. Well, if you want me to make a video talking about other things, tell me. Support me in my social networks, and if you want and you can, also buy me a coffee in Ko-fi, a great donation page. And with nothing else to say, subscribe and love me, and I will love you too. I can't find the page. Here it is. Around. Oh, thank you, motorcycle. Pass now. Oh my God. Your drug. And not Control C.
Z.
C. Z like zero. Yes. This also help. I need somebody. Oh my God, I cannot breathe. Ah. 6. Sorry. Or when you are coloring. Fuck. Okay. Give yourself breaks. No, bricks. No. Fuck. I cannot speak. Where I was. For the line art. I don't speak English, and this is very difficult to me. This is because there is. This is so many hours doing this.